What's good, everybody? Clutch Mullins back with another video today we're going to talk about really who the best player is at the point guard position out of this draft. And yes, we'll be talking pretty much about the top 3 point guards in this draft. In terms of hype, it's Lonzo, De'Aaron, then Dennis Smith. Then I guess Ninka, but he's not really hyped up. He's more of a low-key player. But this is it's a good trio. It's a really good trio. I think Lonzo, his offense is going to be limited. Lonzo offense he's got potential in offense. 3-pointers definitely going to have to get better. His inside, he's not very athletic at all by any means. His defense, to me, is poor. There's a lot of plays where he's gotten exposed. Not really gotten exposed, but you would think he'd win those types of matchups, and he got by him. The ball handler got by him. Now, De'Aaron Fox is very solid, and I was really looking forward to last night, the Summer League game, and it was the Kings versus the Lakers and De'Aaron Fox. It would have been him versus Lonzo, but Lonzo got hurt. Hopefully, he actually got hurt and he wasn't ducking it, because that'd be kind of really bad to me. That makes him look really bad, because I'm sick of hearing the excuses. I like Lonzo. I think Lonzo's a solid player, solid future. But out of the three, I think he will finish third. Now, to me, Rookie of the Year, in terms of point guard, let's say you have a Rookie of the Year for each class, each position. Say we're just talking about point guard for now. Dennis Smith and De'Aaron Fox, I guess you could say, are similar. One's got the speed, which they both are very fast, but one's got the vertical, which is Dennis Smith, 48-inch, and he could have 50-inch if he did not tear his ACL in his last year of high school. And in the Summer League so far, they put up very similar stats. Dennis Smith, 19.5 points per game. De'Aaron Fox, 17.5. That would have been nice. I'm sorry, I can't get over how nice that game would have been. It would have been. The Summer League is big this year. It's really big. This class is amazing, guys. And when we look at the rebounds per game, Dennis Smith has 7.5. De'Aaron Fox has 4. Dennis Smith has 5 assists per game. De'Aaron has 4. Dennis Smith is shooting 50%. De'Aaron shooting 43%. Very similar numbers, right? But the reason I like Dennis Smith, because I really do think his 3-point shot has a potential to develop more than De'Aaron. De'Aaron has struggled throughout college, shooting 20s in percentage of threes over last year when he was the one and done. De'Aaron Fox, trying to find a way. I feel like he could be like a John Wall when it comes. I don't think he can. I think John Wall's extended his 3-point game in major this year. I feel like he hit more difficult shots, more shots he should take instead of pulling up or driving. Even though it wasn't his best year from the 3, he still did better to me in terms of expanding the game out there, because he took more shots. Now, De'Aaron, I don't see him developing it even close like that. It's hard to say shots they can develop, man. They really can. But Dennis Smith already has it. He's a respectable shooter. People are willing to leave De'Aaron open at the 3. Honestly, they are. Which allows a player to be ready for, let's say he doesn't want to take it, he wants to take it to the hole or pull it for a midi. It allows him to sag off, give him more time to react, so and so like that. Now, Dennis Smith could have been the number 1 pick if he never tore his ACL. He's the number 1 prospect. If he didn't go to NC State, let's say he went to UCLA instead of Lonzo. He would be the first pick to me, or at least the second, behind Markel. If Dennis Smith had a supporting cast around him, dude's amazing. Dallas Mavs got a complete steal. He might be. I think he is the best player in the draft. Dennis Smith is incredible. He's incredible. Now, let's say comparisons. Let's put our comparisons. We'll start off with Lonzo. I heard this. I believe I heard it on Undisputed. Lonzo, worst case scenario, Ricky Rubio, which I agree. Ricky Rubio, he could end up being similar to Ricky Rubio. I think his offense is a little better than Rubio's, at least right now, even right now. Lonzo, to me, is an all-star tier player, but I don't think he's a top 3 guard ever. Now, De'Aaron Fox has potential. He's got to develop an outside game. He's got lightning defense. And Dennis, to me, could be league MVP a few times. We're coming to that spot, guys, where, you got people like Westbrook, which Dennis Smith models very much as so, and D Rose. Dennis Smith has a better three-pointer than Westbrook did coming into the league. And Dennis Smith is very, very, very complete as physically. He's 19 years old and he's got an NBA body. He's got an NBA body already. He is willing to drive. He can take any isolation. Now, if we're talking about the Mavericks, they got the point guard that they really, really needed. Because if you think about it, you got J.J. Barea, Yogi Ferrell. Those guards are all good. I mean, they're very solid. J.J.'s been solid for years. He's a big reason why they won the championship in 2011. Now, Yogi, he's just like J.J. Barea to me. He's a younger J.J. Barea. He's J.J. number 2. Now, Dennis Smith, let's say we like to run... I mean, I say we because I'm a Mavs fan. I'm not being biased, but Rick Carlisle runs a lot of pick and roll, which a lot of teams do. But the problem with Yogi and JJ, they don't really take it to the hole. It's not a screen and go. It's more of a like Yogi dances around, dribbles with the ball, and pretty much the screen's useless. Or they pull up for middies, contested middies, fadeaway middies, which is not even close as good as an open dunk from Dennis Smith or a layup or anything. Finding the guy. That just completed something for them. Now, Lonzo, he's averaging 8 points per game, 7 rebounds. Pretty much he did get a triple-double, but he's shooting 25%. He needs to open up that three-point game, but he does not need to be shooting it as much. The mid-range game needs to come before the three-point game, to me. Now, if I'm going to rank these guys from 1 to 3, not off of height, but off of future and skill. And when you look at the teams, I don't know who really has more talent around them. The Kings really had a really good low-key off-season with Vince Carter, Zach Randolph, George Hill, players like that, and a great draft with Justin Jackson from North Carolina. And I forgot who their other pick was. I can't remember his name. But I believe they had 3 first-round picks, if I'm right. I'm not sure about that. But they're actually doing something. And they have Buddy Hield. So, I think De'Aaron Fox may have the better players around him, possibly. But Lonzo has, maybe next year, PG-13. But I think Westbrook will keep PG-13 in Oklahoma. But he does have some players. I think he has the worst out of the 3. I give De'Aaron Fox the better supporting cast over Dennis and Lonzo. Dennis will have number 2 because Barnes is so underrated. He's underrated. I thought he should have won Most Improved because he went from being, in people's minds, a bad role player, which he's not. He wasn't. He was very solid, and he's added a lot to the team, especially defensively. Harrison Barnes took over this year. I think he could be a 25-point per game guy. He was 19-point per game guy. If he gets to the foul line more, that's nice. But if they get Wesley more involved, Seth Curry, Dennis has got a set shooter right there. Dirk still, he can still shoot. And you got running pick and rolls with Nerlens Noel. That's nice. People sleep on Nerlens Noel. Nav's probably going to get a cheap contract with him. I think Dennis Smith will be he's the number 1 guy out of this draft out of terms of point guards. Number 2, De'Aaron. Number 3, Lonzo. Tell me what y'all guys think in the comments. But I just see already complete body game from Dennis Smith. De'Aaron's got to improve on a certain area. But Dennis really, what area is he really, bad at? He's really not bad at an area. He is consistent, I guess you could say below average at some spots, because his defense is incredible. His reaction time, his awareness, he is just able to time steals. He knows. He literally has had a few steals in the summer league where the point guard has the ball in his hand and he's right in front of him and he's about to pass it down low or something. He jumps up in the air and grabs the ball. His perception is amazing, and he's shooting better than any of the point guards right now, any of the top 3 right here, than anybody else. And it's incredible. I think Dennis Smith is a baby D Rose with a shot. He's a D Rose with a shot. Let's be honest, D Rose never had a shot. Dennis Smith is already making threes in the summer league contested ones too. So that is my top 3 point guard type thing. I don't know what I'm gonna title the video, but I just wanted to, explain, see what was on my mind. So I wanted to put it on a YouTube video, guys. So all right, guys, Clutch Moments is out.